Hi everyone, I hope you're well. I'm here in Blighty in England. I was going to say Bonnie Blighty, but it's a little bit overcast. Oh yeah, I just realised I've got a Great Britain flag right here. I am staying with my brother. As you know, those of you that followed me, I am travelling at the moment, so my backgrounds are going to change quite a bit over the next 3 months. I am doing this week's reading from the Oracle of Delphi again. I'm really loving these cards, by Susie Cherub, and I've got 4 cards here. So if you want to choose a number between 1 and 4, go to the timestamp below and click on the link that has your card number and you'll be taken straight to your reading, and I'll see you there. If you chose card number 1, this is your card. And so what's coming through with this card is that you have been working towards something for a very, very long time. And this thing, whatever it might be, is really starting now. It's like it's starting to take shape, it's starting to take form. And though this may not seem that way, it really is. And the reason it might not seem that way is because it hasn't yet physically manifested fully. However, you have created enough energy behind this now that it will start to formulate into the 3D. And it is going to create the knock-on effects, the changes that you have been calling in for. There is a lot of energy around what you've been creating, and it has taken you a while to work towards this because it actually has called from within you 2 versions of yourself in a way. You have oscillated from one part of you to another, from a very old energy into this new energy that you've been moving into, and it's like you've kind of been oscillating between these 2 places. And as this new and old energy continue to kind of circulate this idea, this creation that you're nurturing into existence, it won't do anything to it. It's just that might be the experience that you have around it. You find yourself kind of falling back into old thought patterns around it, and then you'll pull yourself into a more expansive place and trusting place and creative place. And this oscillation may keep going for a little while longer, but overall the energy that you've woven already into this, I feel like a new beginning, or a new journey, a new career path, maybe, whatever the thing is that you've been leaning towards for quite some time, as I said, it is really starting to take off now. It's starting to take shape. It's starting to magnetize what the elements require to make it really happen into your life. And you are going to see evidence of this. So it's an exciting time for you. And there's not really much for you to do right now. What they're also saying is that part of the reason it's taken so long is because there have been structures outside of your direct circle of influence that have been crafted and being called into place to support the creation of whatever it is you're bringing into existence. This, as I said, new career, new journey, new environment, new relationship, whatever it is, there are elements coming in that are going to just be supportive of this. So I feel like this is a really big life change for you that you've wanted for quite some time. And when I say you've been working towards it, that may look like you just willing it to come into your life, just having the desire to see it in your life. And that's often enough. You know, we get so caught up in what we should be doing to actively create stuff, but we forget that we are really powerful energy creators, and it's actually the energy that we put towards something that is really what brings it into reality. And that is what you have been doing. You've been getting clearer and clearer on your intention, on your desires, and also you've been clearing your resistance to it. In fact, that's primarily what you've been doing. And in the process of doing that, you allow it to come to you more easily. So there is guidance for this week, which is really about understanding that your pathway through this, the most straightforward pathway, is to create a lot of softness within yourself around it, because in doing that you allow there to be a lot more space it's as if when you soften and relax around something, it just creates a environment that allows things to flow into your periphery with greater ease. When you get worried about something, when you get stressed, obviously you get more constricted, and this can act as a repellent to you attracting what it is that you want to call in, and can just kind of work against you in a way. And so the softness is really the key for this week. They're just saying, there's nothing for you to get caught up about. There's nothing for you to worry about. There's nothing that you have to do. Everything's already in train. Everything's coming into existence. So trust the process. Continue to just hold it gently in your heart and allow it to flow into you with ease. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week. Take care. If you chose card number 2, this is your card. And as you can see, there's a fair amount going on here. So it's clearly been a busy time for you. What they're saying is this has been a really big portal that you've actually just moved through, and you're really in a new space. But they want you to know that this is just the beginning, actually. There is another portal already awaiting you. And, you know, as challenging as this can be, because obviously as powerful as portals can be in terms of bringing wonderful things into your life, they often require us to make great changes within ourselves. And that is why they can be so challenging sometimes, so punchy. Where you're at right now, I feel like there's a celebration of what you've just moved through. You've really just passed a big threshold, and this is something to really recognize and honor and celebrate. But they want you to know that there are more portals coming, because what you're also developing is this greater sense of understanding that this is just how life is. There is always going to be another threshold, another boundary. And it's not because life needs to be hard. This is not it at all. It's because you're a powerful creator and your desires are infinite. And so you're always going to be calling in newer and bigger and more exciting things to fulfill you, to stimulate you, to enhance your expansion into this space that we're occupying. And so it's naturally going to include this constant expansion from within you, because we create from the inside out. And so it's through this ability to reshape, recalibrate ourselves that we are able to experience what comes in with greater ease. And so what they really want you to know is to observe yourself this week, to observe this delight that you're experiencing having moved through this portal recently, but to also allow yourself to recognize the great changes that have taken place within you over a bigger period of time, and the kind of person you've become over this period of time, and the caliber of your relationship with you is really what's important here, because you've become so much more self-reliant, so much more able to recognize your ability to navigate challenging times. And this is really what it's about. It's you recognizing you celebrating you understanding that you can do what it is that you want to do in your life, and to have the courage and the inspiration and the desire and the energy really to move forward. So for this week, really recognizing, stepping back, actually just acknowledging where you've been, what you've moved through, the recognition that there's more to come. There's always going to be more to come, and it's really, how do you want to experience life from this place of constant expansion, constant transformation? And can you move yourself into a really easy, gentle place where you let go of needing to be in control of these big changes, and rather can surrender to knowing that all these changes are coming in to continually help you release your resistance to your desires. That's all that's happening, because when you have a desire for something and no resistance, it comes in like that. And so all you're actually doing is being taken through a series of experiences that allow you to trust love more and more deeply, to trust life and let go of your resistance to receiving. And so sitting with this knowing, sitting and acknowledging that things are flowing to you and you can appreciate them and trust this whole process that you're on, because you are in a beautiful process that is supporting you, serving you, and taking you into a place of much, much greater enjoyment, really. I hope this was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care. If you chose card number 3, this is your card. This beautiful mama figure here. Okay, and so what's really coming through here is great gentleness for this week, to really focus on what's happening within you, because there are changes occurring. You are birthing something, and you know you are. There is either an idea or a desire for change or whatever it is, but there's newness coming in some way. And you either have great clarity over this and know exactly what I'm talking about, or you just have a sense of it. Either one is fine. But what they're really inviting you to do is to treasure that knowing. Treasure your ability to see your life in a much bigger way, and not getting caught up in the day-to-day minutiae. Even though that is part of life, and navigating that is about being in the 3D experience, this is more about being able to step back and appreciate what's coming in and see it from a much deeper place. And not only that, but really tuning in with yourself and knowing, I can navigate this, and what my intuition is saying about this, and how I can best navigate life by listening to my intuition. And that's a really big theme for you at the moment, is deep listening to the world you're in, listening to your instincts, prioritizing that silence, that space that you need to create to listen. That's a really big part of it. There's going to be a lot of beauty around this week. There's going to be the opportunity to really feel surrounded by either kind of support from family and friends and loved ones, or it might manifest as being out in nature a lot. However this manifests, it feels to me that you are in this place where you're surrounded and really held at the moment. And that's so lovely. And the reason it's all being set up and curated like this is because what you're birthing is so powerful for you. It's like you've really come to this place in your life where you're ready for this massive change within yourself, a massive gear change in your life. And what you're nurturing within you at the moment is the seeds for that. And when I say seed, this isn't going to take a long time. It's as if once you have really connected with you, your intuition, your sense of knowing, and that's really what this is about, life is gonna boom, bang into a new gear really quick, because we create from the inside out. And this inside work you're doing, and it's not like you're doing lots of clearing or lots of shadow work and all that kind of stuff. This isn't that. This is just you really developing a much deeper appreciation for who you are, for your powerful intuition. And it seems to me you're getting really, really clear on receiving your intuition, on knowing what your guides are saying, what your heart is saying, versus what your brain is saying, what your reactive sense is always saying. And that is the skill set. That's the most important skill set you can have. And that is where you're at right now. I'm actually going to be doing a card reading course, which is to really help people with their intuition, because reading cards is so powerful to help with your intuition. Plus, it's also going to give those of you who are interested in a new skill set that you may want to, start offering as a business idea or whatever. But the real goal of it is to actually help people use tools to develop a very powerful connection with their intuition, with their guidance. And if that's something you're interested in, just check out the link below, because there's a link to that event I'm doing shortly. It's an online event, and I'd love to see you there. But this week, deep listening and really honing in on your heart, your guidance, your intuition. You're already doing it. It's just about prioritizing that, magnifying it within you, and really knowing how important that is, really validating it, acknowledging it, and making the most of it. So have a really wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, if you chose card number 4, this is your card here. And so what's really coming up is the ghosts of the past. That's what's really coming up in this. And it's about you addressing past experiences which were challenging for you. This could be old relationships, it could be childhood, parent relationship, whatever that might look like. It's really, they're coming for a revisit. And they're doing, and it's going to come in lots of different ways. It could come through, you know, experiences through your career, experiences through your love life. The reason this is coming up for you is because you have changed and you are being invited. So, okay, you've changed, you know you've changed. These experiences are coming in for you to exercise a new approach to responding to these experiences. And in the process of you doing that, you will start to embody the change you've gone through in a much more profound and sustainable and powerful way. So yes, you've changed. It's, as much as I don't want to say, it is a bit like you're being tested, really. These experiences are coming in, but it's not because you might get it wrong. It's because what you've learned is really great, and the changes you've made in yourself are very powerful. Your ability to exercise this new version of you is going to deepen your ability to show up as this new version of you. It's like you're flexing this new muscle. You're really becoming and stepping into this person that you know you are and that you've always wanted to be. And it's really just giving you the opportunity to just take that to a new level. So it's a powerful time, but they're saying just breathe, hold your center. Now you'll have this context. Hopefully you'll be able to see quite clearly, oh, this old boyfriend is randomly messaging me because this is happening, and before I would have responded to this like that, but now I'm going to respond like this, and this is a great opportunity for me to exercise this new approach that I've developed in the recent past. So it's a powerful time. It's a kind of a graduation period. Make the most of it. Enjoy seeing how differently you respond and show up in these experiences, because it's just a reflection of this powerful work you've done, and I honor you for that. So have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.